Yo, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video we are going to be ranking every single character and encounters from the worst all the way to the best. So as you guys know, there are 20 characters in the game right now, so we're gonna go ahead and rate these 20 characters from the worst to the best. So 20 is going to be the worst, and then we're gonna go all the way down to number 1, which is going to be the best. So this should be a pretty fun video to make. Obviously these are in my opinion, so some of you guys may not agree or you may agree, so this is all in my opinion. This is what I think is the worst to the best. So with that being said, guys, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this. And let's go ahead and get into this video. Alright guys, so the first character, which is gonna be number 20 on our list here, is gonna be Aloysius. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but to be honest, this guy is not that good, bro. Like, the only good moves this dude has is like his double like AK-47, which deals like good damage. But the thing is, he has no knockback, so unless you pop your ult, you're not gonna be killing anyone, you know what I mean? So this dude only has like one good knockback move, and then sometimes it's hard to hit your shots with the guns too. So like, the further you are, the harder it is to hit your shots. So I don't really recommend this dude if you are playing competitive. He is not really good right now, and which is why he's number 20. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next character here. And number 19 on our list here is Hana. So Hana is an okay champion, but when it comes down to her moveset, she does kind of have a disadvantage. Like, for example, her ultimate move barely has any knockback. Like 90% of the time, like, you're not gonna be killing anybody with your ult because it has no knockback at all, you know what I mean? And her M2 is pretty much blockable. Like, people always block your M2 like if you use Hana. So I don't really recommend using Hana because like she has no knockback, barely any damage at all, to be honest. Like, the only main source of damage is her M1 and M2, and those barely do any damage. So to be honest, not a good champion in my opinion. Like, no knockback, like I said. So I wouldn't really recommend playing Hana if you guys are playing ranked. And here we are with number 18. So number 18 on our list here is Poppy. So I mean, Poppy is an okay champion, like, don't get me wrong, right? But to be honest, the only knockback move she actually does have is her ult. Like, you could damage people like pretty bad. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, you would damage a lot of people, but the thing is, like, it all comes down to your ult. Like, how are you gonna knock somebody back and like kill them if you, like, without your ult? Like, you need your ult to play Poppy. Like, there's no knockback at all, so I wouldn't really recommend Poppy if you guys do play her. And number 17 here is Ryan. So Ryan is a good character to start with if you do start playing encounters, like it's like your first time or something. I would recommend playing Ryan. Like, he's not a bad champion to start off with. His moveset isn't bad, like, but the thing is, you could pretty much block like every move he has. Like, for example, do you guys know his E move? Like, it takes a long time to charge, and like, let's say if somebody sees you charging your E, right, they could just like dash away, and like, you just wasted all your stamina, you just wasted a move. And while you're holding your E, like, you're basically like vulnerable. Like, anybody could attack you at that time, and you're gonna take that damage, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't really recommend Ryan. But the one thing I really like about Ryan, which other champions don't have, is his ult. Like, his ult is pretty broken. Probably one of the best ults in the game, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you'd pop this guy's ult from a long, like off the map. Like, you just point your mouse at somebody and just pop your ult and you're there. So his ult is what makes up for it. Next character we have here is Mai. So Mai is an okay champion. She is pretty balanced, but the main issue is she has no knockback. Like, the only knockback move is her ult. Her M1s don't have knockback, her M2 has no knockback, she has no long range. Like, every move she does is close range, so that's another bad thing about her. But she does pretty good damage if you do combo with her right. But like I said, there is no knockback at all, which is why I don't play her myself. So I mean, she's an okay champion, but I wouldn't recommend playing her just because of the knockback reasons, you know what I mean? Alright, number 15 on our list here is Rena, and straight off the bat, you guys can see her M1s do have pretty good knockback. So Rena is also another free champion you guys get when you first start the game, and I actually do enjoy playing Rena. Like when I first started playing this game, like I did play her a bit. She's a pretty good champion. Like her E move is what I usually like using. It gives her like a little bit more like mobility. You could like pop your E, move around the map and stuff. So I do recommend using her E. Her R is also pretty good, does a lot of knockback, but her moves are pretty dodgeable as well. You could block it and not as much as knockback, you know what I mean? The next character we have here is Pactwo. Alright, so Pactwo is also an okay champion. He's only good if you know how to play him properly though, you know what I mean? So you could push people off an edge without even them being like damaged that high. So he's a pretty good like character to like edge camp or keep hitting people off the edges. So he's a good character. His ult is also pretty good, but at the end of the day, like he is pretty like counterable. If you know how to if you played against a lot of Pactwos, you probably know how to counter them, and he's not that good in ranked. The next character we have here is Gunso. So Gunso is a good champion, but I'm pretty sure he got nerfed recently, which kind of made him fall down in the tier list. He has only like one knockback move, which is his ult, so I wouldn't really recommend playing him, but he's a fun champion though. Alright, the next character we have here, some of you guys may disagree with me on this, but Walter came in at number 12. I mean, he is a good champion, but he's kind of bad if you don't know how to play him. A lot of his moves drain a lot of stamina, so if you don't know how to play Walter and you just keep spamming his moves, you're just gonna end up dying a lot, because his moves drain a lot of stamina, and his moves are dodgeable as well. Like you would dodge or block his moves, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, so he's a good champion, but it just depends on your playstyle. Like if you don't know how to use him right, then he's not going to be good. So if you know how to use Walter, then yeah, fair game, you could probably be good at the game, but I don't really like using him. So next character we have here is Alina. So I think Alina is a good champion for beginners. The knockback, in terms of knockback and her damage, everything is pretty balanced. Like she has a long range move, close range moves. So I usually, like when I first started this game, Alina was one of my first champions, and I pretty much like using her. Her knockbacks, like I said, are pretty good. You could spam her M2s. Her ult like is basically like a confirmed kill because of the knockback. Her M2 also does a really good knockback, so you don't even need to depend on your ult. So you could just like M2 people off the map. So I really recommend using Alina. Not a bad champion in my opinion. Now number 10 on our list here is I don't know how to pronounce this right, but I think it's Charlemagne. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it is the ice guy. So basically this guy, he's a pretty decent pick. His M2s are pretty spammable, and he gets his ult pretty quick. There's a little trick I use when I use this guy, is I hold down my E and hold my M1 as well. This basically like doubles your damage while you're using him. So he's a pretty good pick. You could pop his ult, get multiple enemies at once. He's a good champion in my opinion. Like he's not bad at all. I do run him sometimes in when I play ranked, so he's pretty good. Next champion we have here is Senthe. So Senthe is a pretty good champion in my opinion. Like her M1s are crazy. Like you don't even need to depend on your ult. Like you just pull somebody towards you and then you just M1 them off the map. So her M1s are pretty crazy. Her E is good as well. Like it puts like a stun on them for a second, and you can just like go crazy with your M1. So I do really recommend Senthe. You could literally corner camp and just like kill everybody with your pull. Next champion we have here is Construct. So Construct is also a pretty good champion. He is a free character. He has tons of knockback moves that like kind of make up for it. So if you main Construct and you understand how to play Construct correctly, like if you understand the movesets and all that, it is a pretty good champion. Like overall, like I actually do enjoy playing him sometimes. Next champion we have here is Seth. So Seth is actually pretty broken right now in my opinion. Like his M2 is like you could block while using his M2. So what I usually do when I do run him is I like dash, I M2 and I block at the same time, which like kind of deflects any damage. So he's pretty broken right now if you know how to use him right. His M1s are also pretty good. Like yeah man, this dude is pretty crazy. Like he is broken right now, so I do kind of recommend if you guys use him if you could. I do play him sometimes myself and he's good. Our next character we have here is Fiona. So Fiona in my opinion is probably one of the best like mobile characters in the game. Like you have a lot of mobility. If you play Fiona right, you're not gonna be able to like catch a Fiona, man, you know what I mean? Like you could just keep teleporting around the map, teleport around your opponent and just don't let them hit you. But the one thing I don't like about Fiona is she only has one knockback move, and that one knockback move is her ult. So unless you like, if you don't have your ult, you could like, there's no way you could kill somebody, you know what I mean? So that's the one thing I don't like about Fiona, but overall she's a good champion, like don't get it twisted. Next on our list here is Dawn. So Dawn is a good champion. His moveset makes you like you have to be really close to your opponent to attack them. Like he has no long range move, so if you want to use Dawn, you have to get used to like actually like getting up in personal and like actually like hitting them. So his E is also broken. You could pretty much kill people if you E them like near the ledge. You could kill them by that, because it does stun them a little bit after you eat them off a ledge, which is pretty broken. His ult has a decent knockback, but it does have a small hitbox, so you have to aim your ult. But other than that, yo, Dawn is a pretty good character, like I'm not gonna lie. Next character we have here is Arash. So a lot of people might tell you that Arash is one of the most annoying champions to play against, and I kind of agree with that. Like Arash is a menace when it comes down to like long range moves. You could spam your bombs or molotovs around the map, and yo, those deal crazy damage. Like personally, I do play Arash myself sometimes, and like I'm not gonna lie, every time I play him, a lot of people come and target me, because like if you ever like get in the map, you're gonna see like the guy like Arash always getting like targeted because he's like annoying champion to fight against. So that's the one thing I don't really like about him. It's because like a lot of people always target you because like you're kind of like, the champion is annoying, like don't get me wrong, but he's also really good. His ult is also pretty good. It lets you go invisible and attach a bomb to anybody, and when you do attach that bomb, they can't dodge it. So it's a pretty good moveset, I'm not gonna lie. The next character we have here is Hamza. Alright, so Hamza is a pretty good champion. Like he's probably one of the most balanced champions in the game right now. His M2 has a little bit of a knockback, which helps you secure kills. If people are like always jumping around, or like you hit somebody off with your ult and you want to just confirm that kill, just hit them with your M2 a couple times and they're pretty much dead. And you could hit people off the map or ledge camp with your baseball bat. Like you could, if you hold it long enough and just keep hitting them off a ledge, they're pretty much dead. So I pretty like, he's a pretty good character, I'm not gonna lie. Number 2 on our list here. All right, so this is Zhao. So Zhao is probably one of the like most annoying champions to fight against in my opinion, and he's also really good. Like his E is so super broken right now and is super meta, so you could pretty much like go around the map, just keep like using your E, and you just teleport back to the platform. If you get hit off, just E back to the platform. One thing though is his ult is the only knockback he actually does have though, and you could escape his ult easily, so that's pretty bad. But number 1 on our list here, guys. Number 1, obviously you guys have to agree with me on this one. It is Kusanagi. Yo, this guy is one of the most busted and meta characters in the game right now. He deals tons of damage. His M2 is probably one of the most broken M2s in the game right now. Like you could spam the hell out of his M2. It is pretty broken, man. His E, I'm pretty sure it's like a full counter move, so if somebody uses a move against you and you pop your E, it just like counters it back at them. And then his M2, man, like the one thing I like about him is his M2. His M2 is broken. His ult has a crazy knockback. Like he has 2 knockback moves. His M2 is a knockback move and his ult, so that's pretty balanced in my opinion. Overall, this guy's just super meta right now. One of my favorite characters to play with. Alright guys, so that is that. I basically ranked every champion in the game from 20th to the first being the best. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this. But also, if you guys disagree with any of the people I put on this list, leave your comment down below with your opinion why you disagree with that, and I'll gladly make a part 2 to this video with a updated tier list. So if you guys want me to do, just let me know down below, and I'll probably do it. And also, this was my opinion, so at the end of the day though, like it all depends on your playstyle. Like even if your character, like if I ranked your character a bad rank, it all depends on your playstyle. Like if you know how to use that character right, any character could be good, you know what I mean? So it all depends on your experience on that character, your like how you play with that character, and if you understand the moveset well. So today, that's all it depends on. And this is pretty much my opinion, and that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching to the end. If you want a part 2 with an updated tier list, let me know, and I'm gonna go ahead and see you guys all in the next video.